Hi, this is Chloe from Inner Whispers, and today I'm going to be unboxing the Gaia's Vision Oracle cards, which are a photographic deck published by Schiffer, based on Gaia, Mother Earth. So let's take a look inside the box. The box opens with a magnetic clip, which is typical of these Schiffer boxes, and has a beautiful photographic image in there of a hummingbird and a flower overlaid onto another flower. I think that's probably a taste of what's to come in the actual cards. The booklet looks like it's going to be something big, and in fact it's super thin. There are just 24 pages, including sort of blurb. So acknowledgements and conclusions. So there's not going to be very much here. We have some spreads: the mountain spread, sacred fire spread, the river spread, the moon spread, the mud spread. I like that. Mud. What has been keeping me stuck? What function has that served? How can I move on? What inner strength will help me? The sun spread, the wind spread, the forest glen spread. So all nicely natural to fit. And the reaching for the stars spread. Then we have questions for visioning, and then just a very quick paragraph and keyword for each of the cards, and there are 4 cards to a page, so that takes up a few pages, which will help with sort of finding the cards and seeing an answer. So yes, it's how to use the Gaia's Vision Oracle cards, creating the cards and the messages, so something from the author, art creator, and something from the writer. And that's all they wrote. So a very little, not quite white book. Yeah, interesting to have such a big book for such a little amount of text. I would have done it half the size and double the thickness, but I guess it's all choices, right? So inside the box we have an inset with the cards. Let's pull those out. So the cards are horizontal rather than vertical. They're round about normal tarot deck size. You can hold them in one hand fairly easily, but they will be drawn this way rather than the other way. Let's go through them. We have Ageless Answers, Ancient Light, Birth Fire. So very vibrant colours and always an overlaying of a couple of images. Budding Heart, Centre Point, a lotus, maybe kind of a river scene. Coming Alive, it looks like tulips on a woodland background. Cosmic Merge, I can't quite make out. One's a flower and I'm not sure what the other is. Creative Disarray, that's fun. Dancing the Spiral. I don't quite see the spiral, I guess. Yeah, just about. So not necessarily very obvious. Desire in Bloom, Divine Favour, more lotus type. Diving Deep, Dreaming Clear, Ecstatic Explosion, Embracing Spirit, nice purple card. Eternal Awe, Ethereal Bridge, I can kind of see the bridge in the background. Exquisite Plenty with lovely, I don't know if those are black currants or blueberries, but they do look lovely. Flowing Growth. So the card images aren't necessarily all that apparent. Gaia's Cord, I'm finding it quite difficult to sort of make out what the overlays are. Gentle Embrace is some kind of fern type leaf with some kind of watery thing behind it, maybe. Graceful Yield. The photos are often very beautiful. Hot roots, I like that. Inner glow. Joyful body, that's what was on the inside of the box. Body in motion, and yet so still. I like that, the whole symbolism there. Lively waters is a fun. So perhaps running stream with flowers overlaid, underlaid. Mists of tears. Power burst. Rainbow energy. Not hugely rainbowy, I guess it's there quite subtly. Regal strut is a peacock overlaid with something else. Ripe knowing. Root walking with a frog and maybe a forest behind. Sacred belonging. Looks like kind of gorse with a peony or something of the sort. Soulful snapshots. Sparkle burst. So I'm not quite sure, spirit signals, why they decided to overlay images rather than just have a single image to depict what it was they wanted to say. To me it ends up feeling a little bit confused and sometimes perhaps a tad samey, like here we have another flower with another rivery thing. Visioning point, another flower with another foresty thing, and walking the path. Perhaps this is something about if you meditate on these and dive deeper into them, that you'll see through the layers and it opens up different landscapes perhaps. If we have a look at the booklet and what it says for walking the path, for instance. A soft path through sun-dappled leaves, crimson and green, each step a watercolour dream. Create the path as you go. You are passing from your now into your future. Clear the way to joy. Notice beauty in each step. Breathe in the colours of the heart chakra and live there. You are the dreamer and the dream. Keyword journey for this card. So, yes, it's certainly an interesting deck. Let's take a look. The backs are not quite reversible, I don't think, because you can see differences on the earth, but it doesn't really matter in the sense that it is an oracle. So yes, here we've got a sort of bigger leaf, here not. So they aren't reversible, but they are quite almost reversible, shall we say. It's not going to be super apparent at very first glance, and it doesn't really matter anyway because they do have the titles. It's really not that kind of deck, I think. They are Schiffer's sort of thicker cardstock, but because it's a smaller than tarot sized deck, only sort of 49 cards or something, I believe, that actually works fine for that. I don't object to that. They shuffle very nicely, they riffle very smoothly, they feel solid and durable. Yes, so although I'm not always a huge fan of Schiffer's cardstock for tarot decks, I find it a little thick. For this size deck it works very well and it does give them a nice solid feel. And here we have Ethereal Bridge. Where do you want to travel to today? And what will help take you there? So there's certainly cards to inspire thought, cards to inspire meditation, cards to remind you of the beauty of nature, which I think is one of the main intentions here, which is well achieved. Blessed be.